Yay Networks.
Welcome to A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I am Kellie Raspberry Evans with my husband and podcast co-host Alan Evans.
Train in the house.
Thank y'all for joining us. I know it's the holiday season and everybody's super busy, especially all the moms listening right now. Maybe you're trying to wrap presents while the kids are in the other room. Maybe you're racing to another store before it closes to get a present that you ordered and had shipped to store because you're afraid of porch pirates. Whatever you're doing, thank you for spending your time listening to our podcast.
You got us, huh? All the moms out there, they got you.
It's the moms, let's be honest.
They got you.
It's a beautiful time of year. I love Christmas, but I'll be honest, I love it a little less the older I get. My mother and I were talking about that the other day. You know, my mama's mama was Bernice, but she was raised by her grandmama, which we called Mother Price.
Mm-hmm.
Mother Price adopted my mother, and she considered her mother Bernice to be her sister.
Yes.
I know, it's very confusing.
Yes.
But my mother used to get really put out with Mother Price because it would be Christmas time, and Mother Price was a widower. My daddy boy died when I was just like 2 months old. And she did finally get married remarried many years later in life, like when I was a teenager in college, you know, so it was a long time she was a widower. And she didn't want to decorate for Christmas because it was just her. She didn't want to put up a tree. She barely wanted to put a wreath on the door. And my mother used to get so upset with her and put out because my brother Ryan and I were little kids. And, you know, my mama was into all the magic of Christmas and the decorating and stuff. And she would say my Mother Price was a Scrooge, you know. And now my mama's in the same boat. She doesn't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So they
put
out a tabletop tree now.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a full tree, they do a tabletop tree.
It's like a little 3-foot tree, but it's on a table.
But they do have a really pretty doormat with 3 little elves on it, or gnomes. They're more like gnomes, I think. They got it from Costco.
Gnomes?
They look like Christmas gnomes.
Gnomes? The gnome is, I don't know, kind of lewd.
So she does that.
They can be lewd.
Rather than buying presents for everyone, she just gives us money.
I bet your moms aren't lewd though.
No.
Yeah.
She gives money to all the grandchildren that aren't going to be here this holiday season, because my brother's kids, they came in for Thanksgiving and they did their Christmas early because most of them live in Florida now. So they're not going to be coming here for Christmas. And so my daddy gives me what he calls the magic card. Mm-hmm. It's their credit card, but with my name on it in case I ever need to go shopping for anything on my parents' behalf. And so they give me a dollar amount and I go shopping for everybody. Mm-hmm. So that's what Christmas becomes the older you get. I think it's just one big giant hassle. Isn't that sad though?
Well, I can kind of relate with this because I guess a couple of days ago, I had to go into one of our sheds, and in the very back of the shed is a big plastic sleigh and a big plastic deer. So I had to clear out a little path for me to get back to because of course it's in the back of the shed.
Yeah, because
right?
You only need it once a year.
Right. So I clear out the little path, go back there, drag out the plastic deer and the plastic shed, drag them out of the side yard, up the driveway, into the garage, through the mud room, through the living room, through the dining room, through the entryway, and out the front door.
It's a lot of dragging.
Oh, so then I'm setting up these plastic deer. It's not a beautiful day. It's cold. It's windy. It's wet. And I'm setting up the plastic deer. And I'm just kind of looking at them.
Are you filled with Christmas cheer?
Well, my neighbor from across the street, Mr. Dan says, "What you doing over there?" And I said, "What's it look like I'm doing?" "I'm setting up a plastic deer." And I said, "You know, when I was a kid, all this just happened magically.
Yeah.
Now I'm the a-hole in charge of setting it all up, and it's not fun."
Well, I think that's why all of our neighbors hire somebody to come string lights on their houses.
Well, see?
So they don't have to do that.
Hey, that's fine, but
we're El Cheapos.
One Walter A. Evans likes to stretch his entertainment dollar. Would you rather spend money on a guy setting up your Christmas decorations, or would you rather get nice presents? That was always my dad's theory.
Well,
you guys want me to spend money on presents? Or you want me to spend it on all this other stuff?
Our yard art keeps getting less and less.
I had forgotten we
Alan
lost.
Trashed a couple of deer.
Yeah, we used to have
four
total deer. I guess we lost two of them.
Three?
No, four.
4.
Yeah, because we got the plastic deer in the sleigh, the big gigantic moose deer.
We had deer that moved in very slow
Yes.
motion, raising their heads and lowering them.
I must have just killed
I think
those
one of
last
the necks
year.
kept like falling off,
Yeah.
and you had to like string it up and rig it. So you finally just trashed it last year, I think. And I think last year you also said we have too many Christmas decorations. We don't use them anyway. So we trashed or got rid of or swapped a lot of our Christmas decor too.
And
We're down to the bare minimum.
Okay. All
We
right.
are.
We have more stuff than we have space to
We
put
have
out.
a little bit more stuff.
We have
only
so much stuff.
Only because you made me get rid of my favorite tree I ever owned. I used it for exactly one Christmas.
Oh, that big fat
It was
ass
a
tree that wouldn't fit anywhere.
Fat tree. It was so beautiful. And I put every Christmas decoration I've ever owned on it. And for 1 year, I was filled with joy looking at that tree. I was like, this is the most beautiful tree I have ever put up in my life.
That must have gone in your old house because it doesn't fit in this house.
It was here. It
Where?
was right there
Where?
in that foyer.
Well-
and you got tired. You said, I'm
Yeah.
not walking around this tree
Well, you
anymore.
stuck a buffet over there.
No, it's in front of the window next to the closet. There's nothing there. Anyway, Alan said, I want my pencil tree back. When he
Yes.
lived in the apartment, he had a pencil tree.
Compartment.
And that pencil tree was maybe 7 foot tall, and it was skinny and awful.
Yeah, that pencil tree was
And
too
he
short.
put it in our living room the next year.
Story of my
And
life.
it was awful. And I hated it. And so then he went out and bought another pencil tree, a 9-footer. Now we've got a 9-foot pencil
I
tree.
needed more length. And this one is nice. It stands tall. It looks nice. You did a great job decorating.
First year he put it up, the lights in the back of the tree went out.
Listener, what do you think about because I know what me and Kelly think, but what do you think about the pre-lit tree? The pre-lit tree,
I love it.
in theory, sounds like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. I just get my tree out, I make a couple of connections, and I have a beautifully lit Christmas tree after just seconds of putting this thing up.
Yeah.
They never work.
Well,
They never work.
They did on my 9-foot
They
tree.
never
work perfectly.
work. They'll work the first year, and then after that, they never work.
Yeah, so it's right there. And Alan decided to move the tree to the foyer this year. So it's in the front of the house. So when you walk in, you see it, and it's fine.
It looks
It's
beautiful.
fine.
It looks
does
very
not
nice.
look-
You did.
I would not say.
Well,
it's
I think it
beautiful.
looks
I think it
beautiful.
looks fine.
It looks really nice. You got a 9-foot freaking tree, and then you put a 1-foot angel on the
tree.
top of it. It's a pretty tall freaking tree, right?
It's all right.
Well, what do you want to do?
I want my 9-foot fat tree back, but you already sold it.
Okay, well,
It's-
ditch this one and go buy you a big fat 9-foot tree.
You sold it.
No,
I got that tree. Man, I stalked that tree at Dillard's. They had a big half-price sale after Christmas, and I had to stalk that tree because it wasn't at the one Dillard's, so I had to race over to a different Dillard's to get it. Oh, well.
Here's the deal, too.
You know what? Next year, I won't even want to put up a tree, so
Well,
it's fine.
about the bigger tree you get, the harder it is to set up. Right now, I'm the one that sets up the tree, right? Like, I just throw it up and then you decorate.
Yes,
right.
I do all the decorating, and I take all the decorations
Now,
off.
if we had because I've seen videos of some of our friends that have these freaking like 16, 18-foot trees, and they basically have to build scaffolding around it
Yeah.
to put the dang thing up.
And they're so excited to do it.
Well, some people really get into the decorating. I don't know that that's us.
And then, the elf
Oh,
makes an appearance.
yeah. We're the worst.
What a mess.
We're the worst elf on a shelf, people.
You. I'm like, does the elf really have to come back this year? Dylan still loves it. Dylan's our 11-year-old, and he still loves it. He loves the magic of that elf and the joy he gets every morning when he's with us, because, it's a divorced family, so he's here like every other weekend. So it's like a choppy schedule. But when he's here and it's the holiday season, the little joy on his face as he gets up every morning and looks for that elf, only to get up and find out it hadn't moved. If the elf forgot to move.
Yeah, and Dylan really believes in the magic. In fact, and there is magic. Don't get me wrong.
There's magic
for
when the
anybody
elf remembers
listening.
to move.
There
That's
is
magic.
there is magic, and the elf is magical. Now, sometimes the elf doesn't move, and Dylan's like, "Why didn't the elf move?" And I said,
Daddy has to think quick on his feet.
I said, "I don't know. I guess he just likes that spot."
Yeah.
And Dylan has such a good memory and loves the magic of the elf so much. He said to me, this just last time he was here, he said, "That's the same spot the elf was in Christmas Eve." last year.
Yeah.
I said, so you remember where the elf goes
the
every
elf
year?
Apparently is not very creative in his hiding spots.
Yeah.
Oh, what joy.
Yeah.
I remember when the elf first visited him at Kellie many years ago. Oh, the fun. Oh, the fun. And then it's just like, I hate that elf.
Why don't you do that? Please.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you beat down by the elf in the tree already?
No, I'm not.
But Merry Christmas, everybody.
Ho, 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 ho. Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's just so fun.
It's
all right.
It's fun so far. Everything's fine.
It's fine because I'm the only one busting my hump. I've been in, you should see our living room right now. It is a disaster zone.
Yeah.
It's a disaster. It's just, forget it. It's just wrapping presents and trying to figure out who gets what and all this online shopping and getting all these email notifications that my stuff has been delivered at different stores.
These are all first world
It is a
problems.
first world problem, but it's stressful, and all I look forward to, and I'm sure a lot of moms who are in the same boat, all they want to do is just go to bed at night. That's what you look forward to the most. But even if you go to bed at a decent hour, and you end up tossing and turning, trying to fall asleep. You wake up multiple times throughout the night. You wake up feeling exhausted and grumpy, and that affects your mood. It affects your marriage. It can affect your health too. If you're not getting quality sleep, it might be because you're sleeping on the wrong mattress. So you need to take the Helix Sleep Quiz, and in just 2 minutes or less, you will be matched with a mattress perfect for the way that you sleep. With the right Helix mattress, you can fall asleep faster and stay asleep all night. You wake up feeling refreshed and ready to go. Now, Alex took the Helix Sleep Quiz for both of us, and it matched us with the Helix
I have a
Dusk
question.
Luxe.
Who the hell is Alex?
Did I say Alex? I meant
Yes.
Alan. I'm saying
okay.
Helix and Alan.
Oh, okay.
Alan took the Helix Sleep Quiz for
I know
us.
who Helix is, and I know who Alan
There's a lot
is.
of X's in this.
I don't know who Alex is.
Alan, the Helix Dusk Luxe is what we were matched with. And I'll tell you what, this has just the right amount of softness and firmness that I need. It works perfectly for me and for Alan. We love it. The Helix lineup features 20 unique mattresses, including their newly released Helix Elite collection. They've also got a mattress for big and tall sleepers, a mattress just for kids. That's an award winner. And your personalized mattress is shipped right to your door free of charge. Each Helix mattress comes with a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty depending on the one you buy. And Helix is a big fan of our podcast, which is why they have this great offer just for our listeners.
Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners. Just go to helixsleep.com/sandwich because this is their best offer yet and it won't last long. With Helix, better sleep starts now.
Thank you, Alex.
And that's what Alex says.
Sorry. Helix and Alan, saying those two close together, of course you'll mess up periodically, right? Mm-hmm. It is like, I'm not just, I really do love, the magic of Christmas and all the special about it. And I love making the kids happy, getting what they want. But like I said, it is a stressful time. And let me see, there was a little study they did about, I'm working a little bit more with the American Heart Association, the North Texas chapter, since I had my little heart incident on the air earlier this year. And they say most women suffer heart attacks during the holiday season. If you're going to, that's like a big spike in heart attacks
is
for
that
women.
Right?
Yeah, because it is a lot of stress.
Men too, or just women?
Well, it's a spike among women.
Wow.
I'm assuming among men. It says research shows holiday stress impacts women's and men's hearts differently. The holiday season can bring about an increase in fatal heart attacks. One contributing factor is stress. Recent research sheds light on a crucial distinction: how women's hearts respond to stress may differ significantly from men. The whirlwind of holiday preparations, social gatherings, heightened expectations can lead to overwhelming stress. And the study unearthed that women experience more pronounced tightening in their small peripheral arteries compared to men under mental stress, and their response was closely tied to more severe outcomes. Further research highlighted that men and women might manifest different symptoms preceding a cardiac event. In women, difficulty breathing emerged as the predominant early warning sign linked to heart events. Heart events and heart attacks are two different things. But conversely, men reported chest pain, breathing difficulties, and excessive sweating. It also says that previous studies indicate women are more inclined to overlook warning signs, sometimes delaying seeking medical assistance for hours. And the urgency of promptly calling 911 upon experiencing symptoms like that of a heart attack could be a crucial step that saves your life. Because a lot of women's like, I have trouble breathing sometimes. Alan will tell you, I have trouble catching a deep breath. Like there's pressure on my chest. Like I cannot, and I think it's anxiety attacks. But they're saying that can also be a sign that you're having a heart issue. So how do you know the difference? And as a mom, you're like, oh, I've got too much to do. I don't have time to stop down and go to the hospital. It's probably nothing. And we talk ourselves out of getting help. And that's why we have more increased incidents over the holidays.
Sounds like me after every meal.
Right,
Sweating, problems breathing. What is it? What was the other one?
Heart, for men, excessive sweating, chest pain, and breathing difficulties.
Chest pain. I thought it was stomach pain.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it's like me after every meal except for the chest pain.
So try not to be too stressed, but I don't really know how you do that because it's just a lot. Every year you try to make everybody happy, and the only one that ends up the least happy is mom because it's so stressful.
You're making it sound like we're like a couple of Scrooges. I don't think we're Scrooges.
Well,
Maybe
I
you
guess
are.
I am. I think I'm just a little bit. I think I've had an overwhelming couple of days trying to get a lot of things done.
Yeah.
And then now this weekend is the holiday parties kick in, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a holiday dinner on Friday night and then the office Christmas party on Saturday night. And Alan, you have to go with me to both.
Amen. Oh, where's Alan? Amen. I thought we were going to cater in sushi. Amen. Why are we eating barbecue? Amen.
But they said there was a study that said almost 20% of Americans cheat on their partners at office holiday parties.
Whoa. That's kind of awkward.
Well, I guess those would be holiday parties where your partner's not there, right?
What? Okay, what's the statistic again?
Almost 20% of Americans cheat on their partners at office holiday parties.
Oh, come on.
That's what it says.
Seems a little high, but okay.
New York Post did research. They said naughty behavior at office holiday parties is actually pretty common. A poll of 1,158 American adults finds that 35% have considered cheating on their partner at their company holiday celebration. 17% actually did it.
That's a wheels
22%
off.
hooked up with someone else because they liked the attention. 20% say they did it because they didn't trust their partner. You hook up because you don't trust your partner? That makes no sense. Is you cheat because you think they're cheating, so you're going to get even with them by hooking up with your coworker? I have never hooked up with anybody at the office Christmas party.
Well, that's good to know.
I have hooked up with somebody from the office, but not at the office Christmas party.
Okay, should we delve deeper into this? Or
This was before I moved to Texas. I'll just leave it at that.
I'm trying to think of all the Christmas parties I've ever been to. I was always on pretty good behavior like when I was going to corporate Christmas parties because I didn't want to do anything to do in my career. Do anything stupid to do in my career.
I do think that a lot of times in offices, when you have people that every office is different, and you have different levels of comfort in different offices. But I do think, and familiarity. But I do think there can be some offices where there's flirtations, there's sexual tension that nobody actually acts on. And then if you have the office Christmas party and you've got alcohol flowing, and then maybe it's at the office, maybe it's an office Christmas party at the office. And then, there's always that copy room. We've all seen the movies, where people do stuff on the copy machine, right? That really happens, right?
What, people photocopying their ass, like their bare ass on the thing?
Well, yeah, like that is a joke, but also like people hooking up in different offices and things like that.
In the copy machine room?
Well, I mean, you're saying in one of the rooms that doesn't get used, like you sneak away.
I don't know. I've never hooked up at an office Christmas party. Apparently
saying,
you have, so why don't you tell us?
I'm saying you would go to a room where people wouldn't normally go.
Is that what you do?
After hours, and you would not normally be making copies, or wouldn't normally go to a certain closet or something. You would find a space where you would think nobody would walk in and intrude on your hookup. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Remember that story?
But like I said, I've never hooked up at an office Christmas party, I should say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, our live studio audience is saying you should just stop talking.
Why?
Because you're talking too much and you're just saying a bunch of stuff that's going to get you into trouble later.
I'm talking too much.
Well, you're just kind of like I do. You just keep talking, and then you keep talking yourself into a circle, and then you keep just talking, and then at the end of it, everyone's like, "What did she just say? She just said she hooked up at an office Christmas party in the closet or the copy room. What did you do? What did you do?
At an office Christmas party, but I have hooked up with someone in the office.
Okay.
But it is not anybody that I currently work with. This is not anybody that I've worked with in the state of Texas. This is not anybody I've hooked up with in the state of Texas. All right?
Oh, gosh.
And I've worked in other industries besides the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I've worked in a restaurant, and restaurants are notorious for having people hook up. I think I've told this story on the podcast, maybe the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
National
I can't always remember, but when I worked at Ruby Tuesday in Smyrna, Georgia, which is, by the way, the home of Julie Roberts. Yes, they want you to know they knew Julia Roberts when she was still Julie Roberts. And one girl I know, she worked with me, she said, yeah, and Julie, when she ran for class president, one of her campaign promises was that she was going to have be there for the 5 or 10 year reunion, and she didn't show up. Well, yeah, that's because she was Julia Roberts at that point. So anyway, there happened to be an alleged affair between one of the managers and one of the girls I worked with, who I will not name. Well, I can name her because I can remember her name. I can't remember his name, but I remember what he looked like. He had like this really curly hair. Anyway, he was a big flirt. And apparently, allegedly, they hooked up on the salad bar.
Ew. Giving creamy ranch a whole new meaning.
Yeah, they did.
Gross.
That's what we heard.
That is so gross.
But it was after all the salad. At the end of the day, you put away things.
Wait a minute. I have so many questions.
You don't leave the salad out
That's
all
a
night.
bunch of crap.
No,
Nobody's hooking up on a salad bar, okay?
That was the rumor.
Oh, that's the rumor.
Nobody saw it. We didn't see it.
So what do? You duck up under the glass and then get up on the empty containers of stuff?
There are ends of the salad bar where they have like the plates and things that aren't under a lid.
Could there be less of a comfortable spot?
When the mood strikes, people will do it anywhere. Anywhere.
Just go to Pound Town on a salad bar.
That's right.
That makes a lot of sense.
That was the rumor.
All right. You've said a lot here. Our listeners have questions.
Merry Christmas.
Our listeners have questions. One question is, are you saying you hooked up with a coworker or you hooked up at the Christmas party?
No, I did not hook up at the Christmas party. Not at the office Christmas party. No.
Okay.
But it was with a coworker separate from a Christmas party.
All right. Okay. Anything else you care to share since you're oversharing? Anything else?
The first time I got drunk was at an office party. That was true. We talked about that today on the radio on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
That's listening.
I don't know what stories I tell where or how often I've told them, so y'all have to forgive me. But when I started working at WJMX in Florence, South Carolina, way back in the day, this was in the 90s.
South Kakalaki.
And everybody smoked everywhere. Now you take it for granted. You don't smoke in restaurants or in certain buildings or on airplanes, but people used to smoke everywhere,
like
right?
The Pall Malls, or are we talking the funny cigarettes?
Cigarettes, real cigarettes, tobacco. And so when I first got into radio, I loved it. Radio then compared to now, it's just night and day difference. There's, back in the day, it was like rock and roll and grungy DJs. We just had a ball. We had the best time. Anyway, we would have parties at the station and, because we just loved all hanging out with each other. And one night after, we were there one weekend in the office and they were playing cards and playing music and just hanging out. It was just a get together. And I had a cough. And the guys are smoking, and I just could not stop coughing. And I'd never had alcohol in my life at that point. I'd never had alcohol. I started working in the radio. I think I was like 19 maybe. So anyway, I'd never had alcohol.
So this is where your life starts going downhill, right?
This is it. This is the turning point.
Right.
And so I couldn't stop coughing. I could not breathe. It was that bad. And so my girlfriend Tracy said, let's go to Kroger. This was the new Kroger that just opened in Florence, and it was a mega Kroger. It was really nice.
Okay, Roger.
And let's go get some cough syrup. So back then, also, the decongestant cough syrup, you didn't have to get it from the pharmacist. This is before people started making drugs or whatever they do with it in their garages. So we could just get the stuff right off the shelf. And so I got the bottle of Vicks Formula 44D. And instead of, because I'm a little white trash 19-year-old, instead of measuring out what a couple of tablespoons or whatever it was I was supposed to drink, I just swigged it out of the bottle. And so I took a big gulp of it. We went back to the office. But I got there and I'm still coughing because it takes a while for medicine to kick in. And so I took another swig and I'm still coughing. So I end up taking another swig. Stupid me didn't realize there's alcohol in the cough syrup. And so I went to stand up to go to the bathroom. I tried to put my foot down on the floor, and the floor moved. Actually, I was drunk.
Did you feel really sick?
I just felt.
Because that's a lot of medicine.
I was drunk, and I was like the spaghetti noodle legs, and I'd never been that way before, so I didn't know what I was doing, and I just kind of made my way down to the bathroom. I was loopy out of my mind, but that's the first time I ever got drunk. It was on Vicks Formula 44D. Mm-hmm. And after that, it was very simple to switch over to the harder stuff, the Bartles and James. Remember Bartles and James?
I do remember Bartles and James. That was like the original Truly.
Yeah. So that's my stories. That's my early radio stories.
Those are good ones. See, now, kind of unlike you, I'm not going to like pull the little cord on my back and just let it rip about all the girls I went to Pound Town with on the salad bars at all the Christmas parties.
Right.
Yeah.
See, I didn't do that.
I was
talking about other people doing
I don't have any really lewd stories to share like that.
Really?
No, I don't.
You don't have any like office stories working at the HVAC business? And all those conventions you went to? You went to conventions all the time.
I did.
And they're notorious for
yeah.
lewd, awful.
Yeah, I mean, if I started to think about it, I could come up with, I
can't believe you just don't have them off the top of your head.
Actually, I could come up with a bunch of lewd stories, but we don't have time for that. No.
Maybe you could do it on another podcast. It's not holiday themed like this one.
Christmas party thing that I can think of that just comes to mind. Remember on the podcast, I told a story about that gal that left her hoochie stuff at my apartment?
Yes.
Did you see all that stuff?
Yes.
It was nice stuff.
No, it was not. It was trash.
It was brand name.
No.
It was brand name.
When I went to Allen's, he had a hoochie box underneath his guest bathroom sink, the one that he let his children use. And
they were small. They didn't know what it was.
This box full of jewelry and cheap, chains and stuff. I was like, throw this away. He's like, maybe Brooke would want some of it. I'm like, you're not giving Brooke, his daughter, stuff from the hoochie box.
I was going to eBay it.
We trashed it.
Anyway, I took that chick to one of the Christmas parties.
Did you hook up at the Christmas party with her?
That I don't remember.
Did you hook up with somebody?
She probably did. No, I don't remember. I don't think so. Babe, this was 2000.
Wasn't that long ago.
15? Yeah, because this was before we met. 2000. It'd have been 14 or 15.
We met in January of 2016.
This is the one that, she had basically moved her shat into my place.
Like after 2 dates.
Yes. And then I remember I took her to meet one of my really good friends thinking, this is going somewhere.
Because she moved in after 2 dates? This is the one?
Well, I mean, things were progressing, and I thought, well, this is working pretty well. I'm going to take her to the office Christmas party and show her all my bosses. I was thinking, this is okay.
How long after you'd been dating did you take her to the office Christmas party, do you think, approximately?
A couple of months, maybe? A month?
So she was already
2 months?
moved in by that point.
Oh, yeah. And then not long after that, she up and disappeared like a fart in a tornado. Never saw her again. Never got a text. Never got a see ya. Never got a...
Can I come get my stuff?
A-hole? None of that. Just chirp, chirp. I was like, did she die? What happened? Where did she go?
Didn't you like see her somewhere so you know she didn't die?
No, I don't recall ever seeing her again. No.
So she could be dead.
Oh, she could be. Listener, if you are that person, please email us at podcast@kellyandalan.com.
You know who you are. And maybe she can tell you why she ghosted you.
I don't remember her name.
Wow. And you lived with her.
I didn't live with her.
She just moved her stuff in.
That would be a falsehood.
She just left her stuff there.
She just left her stuff there. I remember it was clothing too. So I was thinking, and I wasn't being the a-hole. I was like, well, gosh, she probably wants her stuff back. So I'm texting, hey, you want to come get your stuff? Obviously something happened and
we're done.
You don't want to talk to me anymore. So you want to
It was so bad. She was willing to leave her things
and never speak again.
That's bad.
And nothing happened. Like it's been so long now, I would say, yeah, I crapped my pants in front of her at the Christmas party and she was so embarrassed. She just never wanted to speak. Nothing happened.
Because that is a very real possibility.
What is a real possibility?
Crapping your pants at an office Christmas
party. Why
party.
is that a real possibility?
Because you've crapped your pants in other public places. As you have shared on this podcast.
Okay, so let's review. On this podcast, you've called your husband Alex.
That was because I was saying Alan and Helix too closely together.
Mm-hmm. You told a story about going to Pound Town on a salad bar.
That was not me. That was a coworker and the boss.
And now you've accused me of crapping my pants in front of all my coworkers.
No, I said it was a possibility based on previous behavior, which you have willingly shared.
Why don't you get the freaking minnow back on course here and do that, please?
All right. So it's really hard to go from that conversation to talking about my sweet little precious great nephew, Ezra. But I'm going to do it anyway. I love it when my niece Bree sends me pictures of sweet little Ezra wearing the cute little Caden Lane rompers I got for him. I want Ezra to have the cutest, comfiest, best quality baby clothes ever. And I want them to come from Aunt Kellie. I want to be his favorite. So I'm starting him young. And Caden Lane checks off all the boxes. This line was created back in 2005 by a single mom. That's before Emma Kellie was born. This is like a year older than Emma Kellie. Anyway, she wanted to create better and cuter clothes for her own kids because she wasn't finding what she wanted. So she created them for her kids as well as ours, plus accessories and keepsakes, and she nailed it. Caden Lane has the most precious baby clothes, high quality, very functional. The convertible zip rompers that I got for Ezra are made with buttery, soft, breathable bamboo. They've got double zippers, which make diaper changes quick and easy. And you can even fold the sleeves and feet over for built-in mittens and footies. And if you've got older kids, you'll love Caden Lane's Color Me pajama sets. These are great gifts. Basically, it's like a coloring book your kid wears to bed, and they come with machine washable markers. So fun. And Caden Lane's famous for their matching pajama sets, and that's a fun holiday tradition you can start or continue with your family. And if you're looking for great gift ideas, Caden Lane can personalize a wide range of their stuff. They got t-shirts, puzzles, blankets, swaddles. You can personalize all of that, and we Southerners love to put our names and initials on stuff, and it makes everything extra special. And this year, Caden Lane's giving back in a big way through their Conceive Fertility Foundation, making donations to help families struggling with infertility afford the medical help they need.
Caden Lane is your one-stop shop for all your newborn, infant, and toddler apparel. Head to cadenlane.com/sandwich and use code SANDWICH for 20% off your order. Once again, that's cadenlane.com/sandwich for 20% off, and make sure you use our promo code SANDWICH so they know we sent you. cadenlane.com/sandwich.
Thank you, Alan. Alex. If you're watching us on YouTube as we record this podcast, you may notice that my lips are very dark. I'm trying to find the perfect shade of lipstick, and it's very difficult to do that. I usually tend to go with a tinted lip balm, but I found some stuff on sale because when you're online shopping for other people for Christmas, sometimes you might accidentally slip some stuff for you into the cart. And so I'm trying new lipstick shades. But I will tell you, this is a MAC shade, and this stuff is not coming off. So that's pretty good. I'm enjoying that. But it's a little dark, honey. What do you think?
I like it.
Right
I think it looks
outfit.
nice. Yeah, I like it.
And you'll also notice if you're watching the YouTube channel that I am once again enjoying a big, tall tumbler of my Milo's tea, which I've been talking about a lot. And
Ad?
No, it's hashtag not an ad. And I've been joking around like saying they need to sponsor me because I talk about Milo's tea so much. Well, it turns out somebody that works for Milo's tea listens to the Kid Craddock morning show.
No,
I don't know if
she
she listens to this podcast or not. And they brought up like 6 or 8 jugs of tea and some of their lemonade up to the office.
Jugs.
And I can't drink it fast enough, because this stuff has a date on it. It's a Best By date. So I was sharing it with people in the office, and people are loving it.
Why did you share it with my dad? My dad's the tea drinker.
Your daddy doesn't like sweet. Your dad likes unsweetened. And Milo's they do have unsweetened tea, but I said I like their tea that's sweetened with Splenda. So it's 0 calories, but it's still sweet. And so that's why I didn't bring one for your dad, because they're all sweet.
All right. Our live studio audience is going crazy with
What now?
just the direction, the stories on this podcast.
Y'all want more stories?
The disjointedness,
What?
the left turns, right turns. There's questions, there's comments.
Is it not good or is it good?
Sometimes
it's just stream of consciousness.
It's just typically wheels off. But one thing they've brought up, and I don't remember this, they said that I've told a going to Pound Town in a car story. The only one I can recall is when I was walking Zoe, and this guy had 2 big handfuls of it, and I can hear Phil Collins in the background, and I'm looking.
Phil Collins?
I can feel it coming in the air.
That was playing honestly, or are you making that up?
Oh no.
Hold on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Isn't that a song about a man drowning?
Oh.
I thought I heard that was a song about a man drowning. I don't know.
Phil Collins isn't doing well.
He's not doing well.
No, not kidding, not funny.
No.
Phil Collins, he's got some serious health problems.
Yeah, we were on our road trip back from Orlando. I'm trying to find things. I'm keeping myself occupied because Alan will not let me drive. He wants to be, he's like, wants to do it all himself. So we're listening to music, and Phil Collins comes on, and I was saying he's not doing well, and I couldn't remember what he had. I was like, does he have MS or something? Because I knew he was like in a wheelchair. So I looked it up, and he was the drummer for Genesis, and he said years of sitting improperly, while drumming. One day he was drumming, and something like popped or something in his back.
Yeah.
And it led to severe pain and back surgeries that went wrong. And now he basically, he can barely move.
That's what happened to.
But I thought it was MS, but it was that.
That's what happened to Ozzy too. Not drumming, but he hurt his back or his neck on tour because he fell in 2010, a long time ago.
Yeah, but
and then ever since then, he's not been in good health.
Once you mess up your back, it's like forget it. But then you have a bad back surgery. So anyway, he performed. They said the last time was a couple years ago with, they did like a reunion of Genesis, and he had to sit down the entire time. His voice still sounded good. He just can't really move. And that was the end of that.
Huh.
That was just I don't know why that came up randomly. Oh, because you were talking about finding people humping in the car with that song in the background. But no, I don't recall Alan ever sharing a story about himself.
No, I don't.
And I would never share a story like that.
Even if that were true, and I won't confirm or deny, but even if that were true, I wouldn't share it on the podcast.
Well, we share a lot on the podcast, but we do have a line we won't cross. Alan has less of a line than me.
You draw that line, I'm going to jump right over it.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, we're talking about shopping for yourself. A lot of people do that over the holidays. I know a lot of maybe moms who want something really badly, just say, "Oh, honey, I want this anyway. I'm just going to wrap it say it's from you." And Alan did that last year with me. You said, "I need to have this GPS Garmin system or something for your motorcycle."
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Well, if you know what it is, just order the exact one you want, and then I'll just wrap it and put it under the tree."
Which, by the way, someone tried to lift off my bike the other day.
Yeah.
I know they did. I was parked at Starbucks. I come out, and the dang thing's on. Somebody reached up there and tried to grab it, and they accidentally turned it on.
Yeah.
Because when you shut the bike off, it shuts off. Like, there's no power. But if you manually go over and hit the button, it'll turn on because of the battery, right?
Yeah.
So, but I have a lock on it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. That's how it works. But there's a lock on it. So that's why you keep a lock on it.
Yeah,
that thing was like $500.
I know, and probably that robber knew that. I hate robbers. I hate thieves. But anyway, they said that the average person spends about $250 on themselves while shopping for other people over the holidays. I've got a bunch of holiday statistics if y'all haven't been able to tell.
I love them. People love lists.
I love lists.
Yes.
I love statistics.
Yes.
And they said this year we're going to spend more on Christmas than ever before. Probably has a lot to do with the fact that everything costs more too, right? Because people are hurting. I mean, the discretionary income is down for a lot of people, but it says that Americans plan on spending an average of $875 this Christmas. I'm like, really? That's $42 more than they planned to spend last year. I know we kind of maybe tip that in the opposite direction. That includes $620 for gifts, another $255 for seasonal items like decorations, food, and candy. Most shopping is online this year. Department stores still come in a close second, but I'm doing a lot of online this year. Anyway, have you done any of your shopping yet?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I have.
Where is it? I haven't seen anything wrapped.
None yet.
Has it been delivered?
None. All of this is none. I like Christmas surprises. You're done. I've done all yours.
I'm done.
You're done.
Well, I thought we were going to go shopping for mine because you said you didn't know how to buy shoes for me. And I told you I wanted tennis shoes.
I thought
for
you said you were
Christmas.
getting those from your mom and dad.
I can. If you don't want to go with me, I will.
I'll go with you. I find it hard to believe. I'll get you whatever you want, but I find it hard to believe there's not a pair of walking shoes back there that you like.
They're worn out.
Because it seems like
they're worn out. I've worn them out.
Do you do a lot of walking when I'm not with you?
Remember when I was walking 4 miles a day?
Yeah.
Those are the same shoes. And I was doing it every day.
Those
for
black ones? Those Asics?
No, the black ones, those make my arch cramp.
Okay. What happened to those real colorful ones?
Those are my walking shoes.
Okay.
And those are worn out. You're supposed to, when you wear them, you're not supposed to wear walking shoes till death do you part. They wear out. And so my toes are starting to go numb in them every time I put them on.
Numb toes?
Numb toes. And then my black Asics make my arches cramp.
Cramping arches?
Yep.
Numb toes and cramping arches?
Yes. So these are obviously not the right shoes for me. So I need a new pair of shoes.
Andrea Dowling Gullidge, please add those to the list. Thank you.
I can't help it. I have a really hard time finding walking
You
shoes.
do. You have.
I have high instep.
Yeah, funny shaped feet.
And my toes go to sleep. My toes go numb in every pair of tennis shoes I get. I don't care. My toes go numb.
You got an acorn toe.
It's a cashew toe.
Yeah, cashew toe.
Shaped like a cashew. What?
Just so wheels off. No, we can go shoe shopping.
No, I don't want you to go with me. I can only imagine the hell that you would put me through. Did those make your toes numb?
I've never done that.
Is your arch cramping?
Very, very supportive. Every time you want to go buy another pair of shoes, I'm very, very supportive.
Alan, I haven't bought a pair of tennis shoes since my birthday. These shoes, my walking shoes, were from April of last year, not 23, 2022. Those are my walking shoes. My mom got me for my birthday, April of 2022.
I know I've given you some DSW gift cards over the years for Christmases and birthdays. Have any of those been dug out of the gift card bag?
I'll find them.
Yeah.
I don't think I have them anymore.
You don't have them anymore?
I think I've spent them.
Oh.
I do have a gift card bag, though, that I keep all my gift cards in. And I don't think there's a DSW one in there right now, even though I prefer a Nordstrom Rack. You know that.
Yeah. I was speaking of Starbucks, I was telling Kelly, I was talking to Kelly when I was at Starbucks today, and she said, "Where are you? It's really loud." And I said, "Well, I'm at Starbucks, but next to me there's a table of 8 ladies and they're knitting."
A knitting circle.
It was a knitting circle. And awesome. There's a knitting circle. I'm like, just doing stuff on the computer, and right next to me is a knitting circle. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. So we had that going on. And
the last Starbucks I went to, the one we normally go to, they were doing some sort of sewing, not cross stitch
needlepoint.
It was needlepoint.
Well, this was a knitting.
This is a very big.
This was knitting.
Yeah,
they had
a lot of handicraft stuff going on at Starbucks.
They had like my mom does. She knits the scarves and my mom knits scarves, stockings, blankets.
Is that knitting or crocheting?
I think it's crocheting.
Things?
I think it's crocheting.
Yes.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but
knitting and crocheting the same thing?
I don't think they are. But this was either knitting or crocheting.
Knitting a sweater, crocheting a blanket and a scarf, right?
But these ladies were saying how they've been to Nordstrom Rack lately, because I hear everything. I notice everything. And so I guess I'm listening to their conversation.
Eavesdropper?
Yeah, I was eavesdropping. So they said, I went to Nordstrom Rack the other day, and it's just not the same as it used to be. Just
That's
not
true.
the same as it used to be.
Yeah, nothing is the same as it used to be.
So we had that going on. And then I was telling Kelly what is really strange about this particular Starbucks. Every time I go, they're having an employee meeting at this big oval table, and it's right in the middle of the Starbucks.
No matter what time you go.
No matter what time I go. It could be in the morning, it could be in the afternoon, but every time and it's always this real awkward, the manager is telling everybody like how this is going to work at the store. And then there's always somebody who's like asking questions about like, why can't it be like this? And why can't we do this when it's less busy? And why don't we do this when it's more busy?
Because that's not the Starbucks way.
There's lots of like employee feedback, and the manager just looks
unwelcome feedback.
So beaten down.
Unwelcome.
But they're always having this big knockdown, drag out employee meeting right in the middle of the place.
Are they frustrated baristas?
I don't know. It's really strange.
I had to walk out of Starbucks yesterday at the mall. I needed a little caffeine fix, and I looked inside, and there was hardly anybody in line. There was like 4 deep, and I'm like, that's very unusual. So I go in, but there's a lot of people sitting around, and this little group of like preteen girls, I'm like, what are they doing at the mall in the middle of the day? It made no sense to me. But there were 2 guys working there, and this one, while I'm standing there for quite some time, the line's not moving. It's just a very short line. This man comes up like, can you tell me when my drink's going to be ready? And the man says, I'm really sorry. We had a bunch of call-in orders we're working on. And this is at the mall. So it's like, but you have customers standing here and you're having to fulfill all these call-in orders from teenage girls who may or may not show up to get them. Or it often happens, you've done a call-in order before where you do it to the wrong Starbucks.
Yeah. And then you go up there all Boda, like, where's my coffee?
Yeah,
and then you look
at
your history and you're like, oh.
They're gonna have to do. I had to end up leaving because it's like this is going from bad to worse because it was bad. But I mean, they're gonna have to. I'll be at that next Starbucks meeting, and I have my 2 cents in about this mobile order crap.
I got another hot sports opinion on Starbucks, and
What?
you see this a lot, and I've told Cole this too, and now he's onto it because every morning when I take him to school, we have time to stop by Starbucks. So he gets a breakfast sandwich, and he likes a grande iced white chocolate mocha, no whip. That's his.
Oh,
Mine is grande coffee, almond milk, and 2 Splendas. Pretty
what's
easy.
mine?
Yours is like
It's the same thing.
venti drip, half hot water. Your creamer changes in 3 Splendas.
Yes, I say steamed
lot of sweetener.
half and half, and 3 Splendas.
Yeah. So anyway, I told him, I was like, look, buddy, I'm going to give you some advice here as you get older and you start ordering Starbucks for yourself. And you'll see this a lot around the holidays. If you ever come in and you're in line and there's somebody in front of you and they're ordering for the office, forget it. Just leave. Just go to a different Starbucks or put in a mobile order to beat this guy. Because this guy in front of you is going to order 24 different coffees, and they're going to all be different.
Yeah.
Different sizes.
Fancy.
All fancy, upside down. I want it extra cold, but no ice. I want it extra hot. All this stuff.
Yeah.
So I told him, if you ever see that, you're not getting your coffee. Just go to a different Starbucks. And I've seen that a lot. People ordering for the office because it's the holiday time,
Yeah. You want to be the good guy.
Or you're the junior, and they're like, go get us coffee, a-hole. So you got to go get coffee for the office.
They got to come up with a better system. That's all I have to say about that. But I do enjoy a chai tea latte. Am I supposed to say tea, or is it just chai latte? Chai tea latte?
Mm-hmm.
I get it hot because it tastes like Christmas to me. And I was going to get it dirty because dirty, I found out, means with a shot of espresso.
Hey, yeah, good call, babe. Another bit I think we can do, now that I know where the knitting crochet ladies are, I'm going to start sitting by them. And I'm going to start taking some notes about things I hear.
Notes from the knitting circle?
Notes from the knitting circle. And maybe I can infiltrate, gain their trust, become part of the knitting circle.
And make me something for Christmas next year?
Well, yeah, sure. And then get all the skinny from the knitting circle. Because I'm told from our live studio audience, Amy Wilkers.
This is why you're not paying attention to me on the podcast, is because you're reading all the comments from the live studio audience.
Amy Wilkerson, that our old crochet ladies always make corny jokes about hookers. Sorry. Make corny jokes about hookers.
Because of the needles, the hooking needles.
Good call.
You didn't get that?
Didn't get it.
Oh, my goodness.
Right over my head.
Why would you think they'd be making jokes about prostitutes?
I didn't know they did that at all. I just heard them talking about Nordstrom Rack.
Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway.
You think I can infiltrate the knitting circle?
I don't know. You could buy them all a coffee and see what happens.
There's freaking like 12 of them. I'm not doing that.
Why not?
Because it'd be like $200 bucks.
Like, that's spreading Christmas cheer. Aren't we supposed to be like spreading Christmas cheer and doing little acts of kindness?
I may do that. It was so cute though. Are
they cute old ladies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
buy them all a coffee. They would love that.
I mean, there ain't one of them under 80.
Buy them all a cake pop and say, you ladies, just seeing y'all sitting over here, you just make my heart happy. And I want you all to have a cake pop.
I may do that. A-Train may do that.
Very sweet.
The A-Train may do that because one of them came in, she set up, and I'm like, oh, the knitting circle's coming. And then Dolores came in, and then Edith came in. No, I'm not doing a bit.
Those are their names?
Yes.
So sweet.
Yes. And then Agnes came in. Yeah. And they're like, oh, hey, oh, you look so nice. Oh, look at that overshirt. It's so cute. How's the holiday shopping? They were just, it was real nice. Very nice. Very nice way to spend your morning.
Aw, I love that.
Listening to the knitting circle.
When I get older and retired, I need to start taking up something like that so I can have a Starbucks club. They sit at the mall too. I see the women sitting at the mall playing mahjong. Have you seen those ladies?
Yeah.
Playing mahjong. That was cute.
Yeah.
I was invited to play. Oh man, I ran into this one lady. She's a listener and she teaches people how to play mahjong. And she keeps saying, Kelly, I want you to throw a party and I'll come over and teach people how to play mahjong. But she charges a lot of money. It's really expensive. So I haven't done it.
Can't you just go to YouTube?
Well, there used to be when I lived down in Dallas. Now I live up in the suburbs. Well, it's fun. You do it with the group. But anyway, it's just like a thing you do. It's like having a sommelier come into your house and teaching you about wine. It's like you have somebody come over to the house and teach you how to play mahjong.
Didn't know that was a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Or having a chef come over and prepare cook for you, whatever it is. Or a tequila tasting at the house. That'd be fun. What was I saying? Oh, so I was invited in Dallas when I lived down there. I got connected with the right group for a hot minute. And I was invited to a mahjong group where Emmett Smith played mahjong.
Dime.
It is a dime. And but the week I went, he wasn't there. Mm-hmm. But it was the first time I'd ever played, and I had beginner's luck, and I was just killing it. So, but I never went back.
We've met Emmett.
We have
several times.
We have.
Dime. Only the greatest running.
Can you call yourself out for dropping a dime?
Yeah, only the greatest running back ever to ever play the game.
Really? Is he in the Hall of Fame for that? Does he have like records and stuff?
Does he have records and stuff?
I don't keep up like that, Alan. I know he's a good player, but I don't know. Like we just had that Dallas Cowboy get into the Hall of Fame because he broke a record for interceptions.
Okay.
But I couldn't tell you his name.
Deron Bland.
So I know that just happened.
Yeah. Emmitt Smith is in the Hall of Fame.
For rushing yards or something?
Well, because he was a great player. He won 3 Super Bowls, and he is the all-time NFL's leading rusher.
Rusher. See, that's what I said. So I did know something.
He passed Walter Payton in like 2005 or something.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very big deal. All right, sometimes it's really hard to wind down at night after you've been running around all day, making sure everything's ready to go for the next day. Moms, I'm looking at you. And you may have been disappointed with sleeping aids that left you feeling groggy the next morning. That's not going to cut it. But there is a natural solution I'm so happy to tell you about. Now they're a sponsor of our podcast, Soul. Now, most of us deal with challenges at some point in our lives that make it difficult to fall asleep. Well, Mike Lee is a former world-ranked professional boxer, and his sister Angie, she's an author and professional speaker, and they were searching for natural alternatives to medications that tackled the problems they were dealing with. Well, after all that searching, they decided, you know what? We'll just create our own solution. And that's how Soul came to be 4 years ago. Now, their best-selling sleep aid is called Sleepy with an I, because that's cute. And Sleepy has helped over 6,000 customers, including Alan and me, fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed, not a groggy hangover. Sleepy is not only packed with the highest quality ingredients, it tastes amazing. 3 different flavors: blueberry lemonade, raspberry lemonade, and honey chamomile. All delicious because, honestly, if it doesn't taste good, I'm not choking it down no matter what promises it makes. So Soul makes a lot more than just sleep products. Whether you're looking for stress relief, enhanced focus, pain relief, with or without CBD, Soul has your wellness needs covered. And each batch undergoes multiple rounds of stringent third-party lab tests, ensuring their products have an accurate dosage, no heavy metals, pesticides, no harmful bacteria. And if you're not sure which product's right for you, Soul has a quiz. So it'll guide you to the right choice based on your CBD experience level, age, what issues you're trying to solve. And remember, they have non-CBD as well.
And it's time to get the sleep you deserve. Head to getsoul.com/sandwich and use code SANDWICH for 20% off your order. That's 20% off your order using code SANDWICH. One last time, getsoul.com/sandwich and code SANDWICH for 20% off.
There you go.
The live studio audience is...
Oh my gosh, y'all are just like chatty Cathys.
Well, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have a show. But they're bustling with activity tonight.
Why?
Well, let's talk about needle felting. That's a whole thing, too.
What's needle felting?
Needle felting, it's where you take a certain material and stab it with a needle into shapes.
That would be felt.
Yes.
That certain material would be felt, I would imagine.
Yes.
So you fold it and stitch it into shapes?
Well, one of our very, very best customers, Liz Key, not to be confused with Elizabeth Betts or Elizabeth Estrada. Those are 3 different people.
Right.
I'm not going to have another Steve Harvey moment. Those are 3 different people. Liz Key says that she does a lot of needle felting.
I'll have to YouTube that.
You should Google it, she says.
I will.
Yep.
What I'm going to be Googling is how to decorate gingerbread houses using tinfoil. Because I am doing a charity gingerbread decorating contest. It's a challenge, and it's to the grand prize gets $10,000 for their charity. So that's a big deal.
Wait a second. I wasn't listening until you said $10,000.
Yes,
What do you have to do?
Don't listen to me. You're reading comments.
$10,000 for what? Decorating,
exactly.
decorating
you know
a gingerbread house?
Everybody else don't tell Alan what I said because he's not paying attention to me.
See,
he's reading comments entire podcast.
I have selective hearing. I heard $10,000.
I have been asked to participate. I'm going to say it one more time for Alan, who can tear his eyes away from the chat room for 5 seconds.
Very active.
I have been asked
tonight
to participate in a gingerbread house decorating contest.
I knew that.
I'll be honest.
I knew that.
Then why are you? Then you're acting like you never heard it.
You just struck me.
I didn't strike you.
I just got hit.
Oh my gosh.
Listener, I was just struck.
Anyway, so I've been giving like pieces of information along. And now, once I said, okay, I'll do it because the top prize is $10,000. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. Do I think I'm going to be the best? No. But then second prize is like $5,000 for your charity. Third prize, I believe, is $2,500 for your charity. And just for participating, it's $1,000 for your charity. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm doing it for kids. We just got back from the kids trip.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so I'm like, at least even if it's the ugliest gingerbread house on the planet, I'm going to have $1,000 donation to kids, right? So I agree to do it. It's tomorrow. And then, I'm like, well, what am I doing here? Where am I going? So she sent me now, it's with Reliant Energy, Reliant celebrating their anniversary or something. And they're doing this for charity. It's really great. So their twist is we have to incorporate tinfoil, aluminum foil into our decorating. And I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with it. I don't know. Am I going to just wrap the gingerbread house in tinfoil? Am I going to try to craft little decorations to glue onto the gingerbread house using icing? Because that's what you use instead of glue, Alan. You use icing with gingerbread houses. I'll tell you, I think I've decorated in my entire life, and I've been on this planet. I'm now 56 years old. I know I look good, but I am 56. I think in my lifetime, I may have decorated exactly one gingerbread house. And I'm not really sure. I think I've decorated one. I'm not even 100% sure about that. So this is going to be a hot mess. A hot mess. But here's the other twist. It's an online voting contest.
Okay.
So I'm going to post my gingerbread house on my social medias and ask everybody to vote.
Uh-huh.
And if I get the most votes, I'm going to get one of those big fat checks for charity.
You're going to get the most votes.
I have no idea who I'm going up against. I have no idea. It could be some social media influencer.
Yeah, unless you're going up against like Emmett.
I have no idea. It could be Troy Aikman. I have no idea who's going to be there besides me.
My pal.
So, I mean, I don't know, but I'll be telling y'all to go to my Instagram and voting for me. And I'm going to go and tell you, it's going to be awful. I think I'm going to go on YouTube. There's got to be somebody that's decorated a gingerbread house using tinfoil before, right? Somebody's going to give me an idea.
I have so many questions about this. That's the only media you have to decorate the house is tinfoil?
No. They're giving you all the normal stuff to decorate gingerbread houses, which I assume would be
candy,
gumdrops, icing, licorice sticks, jelly beans, all that. That's what I'm assuming. M&Ms maybe, I don't know.
But then you have to incorporate the foil.
But you have to incorporate tinfoil. And they said if you need more than one roll, let them know.
Okay. So just mail it in, and here's my creative input. Just make a bunch of tinfoil balls.
Like little snowballs?
Yeah, and put those around the edge of the house. Or
that's like a give up, isn't it?
How is that a give up? Or create some tinfoil trees, tinfoil cubes for presents. There's all kinds. The possibilities are endless.
I have 45 minutes.
You have 45 minutes?
Yeah, that's another twist.
I have a feeling you're going to be paralyzed. I think you should just jump right into it and just
start
slapping crap on the gingerbread house. Yeah. Because if you think about it too much, you're going to have a half-ass finished gingerbread house and you're not going to win squat.
Well, like I said, it's an online voting thing.
Yeah.
So hopefully y'all vote for me. And that's going to be, I'll post it on my Instagram and probably my Facebook because I connect those two together. But also, if you go to my Instagram right now, if I told the story about my dress from Walmart on the podcast, I can't tell. I don't know where I tell stuff. I really don't.
You posted that on the social media tonight.
I did. So, y'all, I tell a lot of stories. I tell stories on the Kid Craddock Morning Show.
National Synagogue.
I tell stories on the Love Letters to Kellie podcast, and I tell stories on A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. And then I tell stories to my friends and family. So I cannot remember where I tell stories. So please forgive me if I've just told this story on the podcast and I forgot. So I have been following a lot of influencers. Walmart has really been stepping up their game when it comes to their fashions, and they've been working with a lot of influencers that I happen to follow. They're Walmart partners, and they all say it, and they show you all these fabulous clothes they get at Walmart, and it's like, really? Because I don't see that when I go into Walmart. That's because it's online. A lot of it's online. There's a designer named Brandon Maxwell. I couldn't remember his name before. I do think I've tried to tell this story before. Anyway, he's on Project Runway. He's the gray-haired guy with glasses. He's really cute. And for Walmart, he's designing a line of clothes that he calls Scoop. And I don't know. I don't even know how I came across it. I didn't even know to go look for it until I was reading an article about them or something. And when it first came out, everything was sold out. You remember, it's sort of like when those designers team up with Target for those limited runs. And at first, everybody would just run after and buy everything. And now people have kind of lost, like, whatever it is now. But anyway, he has some really cute little things on there. And some of these social media influencers I follow, they have shown the cutest outfits. I've had some misses. So Courtney Kerr, do y'all know Courtney Kerr? She used to be on some like Dallas single show. She was modeling the Sofia Vergara bell-bottom jeans. They looked absolutely adorable on her. Not so adorable on me. Those are going to go back, okay? But I was at Walmart the other day, and I'm doing some Christmas shopping. You know, getting some stuff to make macaroni and cheese or something because they have the grocery store too. And I'm like, while I'm here, I don't care where I'm at. If I'm at Target, if I'm at Kroger, if I'm at Tom Thumb, if I'm at Walmart, I'm going to go look through the clearance section because you never know what you're going to find. I find a lot of really cool stuff. At Kroger, I got some, marinated mushrooms on sale for like 90% off. It's a good deal. So anyway, I go past this clearance rack at Walmart, and there's this one black dress, and I'm drawn to black. Everything I wear is black. There's this one black pleather sleeve I see hanging out, and I just go to look at it. It's the only one hanging up there, and this rack of smashed in clothes. It's leftover stuff from summer. So this is like a pleather thing. It's for fall and winter. And I look at it, I'm like, well, that's my size. It is marked down to $6.50. It's one of the scoop dresses that somebody bought online. And when you buy something online from a department store or whatever, you can take it back to the store. So they took it back to this Walmart who doesn't sell scoop in their store. So they just immediately stuck it on the clearance rack. I don't even know what kind of discount that was, but it was $6.50. And I said, I don't care what it looks like, if it fits me or not, I'm buying it, because if it doesn't look good on me, I'll just get rid of it at the next swap party.
That's a deal.
And I wore it today.
It looked nice.
And I was at this really fancy restaurant in Plano called Albernays, and this man walked by me and he said, "That's a great dress." And you know how tempted I was to say, "It only cost me $6.50, but I stopped myself from doing that.
Did you buy it just because it was $6.50?
No, I thought it was pretty.
Yeah.
It looks like it's pleather,
Yeah.
but it's a shirt dress with a pleated skirt. And it had a self belt with it, but I didn't wear it with the self belt. But I took that off. But it's a shirt dress with a pleated skirt, but it's pleather. And here's the thing about it though, it was wrinkled. And that, man, getting wrinkles out of pleather is hard. I went on, I Googled, how do you get rid of wrinkles in pleather? And this AI generated woman, it's a video, go look it up. She's AI generated, and she sits there and she talks to you, and I'm like, is she real? I mean, it's a really good job, but you can tell it's AI. And she's saying, what to do. You can't put like an iron on it or anything because it can melt. So I threw it in the dryer. I put Downy wrinkle release spray on it, doused it, put it in the dryer and tumbled it for a few minutes. I tried steaming it. I put a towel on top of it and tried to iron it, and it was still kind of wrinkled. It's really hard to get the wrinkles out. But if you want to see my $6.50 dress, go to my Instagram page.
There you go.
Because it's right there. And I tell it because I'm proud of it.
Okay. We got any more of that to do, or are we done?
All right, have you listened to half of what I said on this podcast?
Well, see, here's what the listener may or may not know. I know everything about this dress that you just told.
But, honey, we're still having a conversation.
I understand.
And sometimes you have to act like you've never heard it before.
So you want me to be disingenuous to the listener?
No, I want you to be disengaged and read comments in the chat room. That's what I'd prefer.
I asked you.
Don't be disingenuous. Be disengaged.
I asked you several questions about this dress. What's it made of? Is it like plastic?
Pleather.
No, I know pleather, but what's that? Is it
I don't know. What is pleather? Rubber, kind of. It's rubbery.
It's rubbery?
Yeah, it kind of has a little stretch to it. It's kind of rubbery. Anyway, I thought it was a cute dress. So $6.50.
No, I thought.
Thank you, Walmart. Go to walmart.com and search Scoop.
I thought it was
And
very nice.
They got some cute things in there.
When I first saw it, I couldn't believe it was $6.50.
I know, right? Yeah. All right, look, the holiday season, I am hustling. I'm getting it done. I'm sure it's the same for you. And you might be looking for ways to save time. Maybe you've been thinking about getting a meal delivery service to get you through the crazy holiday season. Well, we want to recommend Factor to you. You may have been seeing the ads. They're all over the TV and social media right now. My next door neighbor, I was telling her about it. She's like, oh my God, I've been wanting to try Factor. I'm like, you've got to try Factor. This is America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. There's so many to choose from, but this one's different. This is ready to eat. You're going to love it. So Factor helps you eat really well, breakfast, lunch, dinner, with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered right to your door. You not only save time, you can stay track with your healthy lifestyle depending on, you don't have to go crazy nuts during the holidays. You can go a little off track, but if you know you're going to be eating good, balanced meals, that's what Factor can do with you. And there's no meal planning. You don't have to go to the grocery store. There's no chopping, prepping, or cleanup because Factor's fresh, never frozen meals, you just heat them up in the microwave and it just takes 2 minutes. That's it. Heat and enjoy. They've got 35 plus chef-crafted meals to choose from every week. If you want to do Calorie Smart, that's what we did. Vegan, veggie, protein plus. They've got a lot of great options, and they are so great. Remember, Al, you were there when I tried my very first Factor meal.
I was.
The turkey tetrazzini.
You were going on and on about it.
Y'all, I'm telling you, I was I was taking my finger
Yes.
and scraping out the goodie from that bowl and licking my finger. It was so good. The green beans, I was like, Alan, I've never had green beans this good. And this is from a fresh, never frozen microwave meal. It was amazing. And it's just the best flavors. Anyway, it's not just dinners. Like I said, you can do over 55 add-ons, quick breakfast items, lunches to go, grab and go snacks, ready to drink cold pressed juices if you're into that, smoothie shakes. And this month, during December, you can get Factor and enjoy eating well without the hassle. Just choose your meals, enjoy fresh flavor-packed meals delivered right to your door in 2 minutes.
So head to factormeals.com/sandwich50 and use code sandwich50 to get 50% off. That's code sandwich50 at factormeals.com/sandwich50 to get 50% off.
And if turkey tetrazzini is an option for you, get it. So good.
50% off is a big sale. That's a good sale.
And you've been wanting to try it.
Wonder how much it costs to make that pleather dress, though.
Well,
something tells me it cost a couple of bucks to make that thing.
Probably cost, it might have,
Where was it made?
I don't know. I didn't look at the label. Sometimes what you don't know.
But it came from Walmart.
It did.
So is it fair to say
a scoop.
It probably came from China?
Probably. Oh, speaking of China, real quick, Taylor Swift beat out the president of China and King Charles III and the striking actors and the Trump prosecutors and who else? There was 9 finalists for Times Person of the Year, and Taylor Swift beat them all out. You're over Taylor Swift, aren't you?
She checked all the boxes, huh?
Well, she's had an amazing year. She really has. She's broken records. And in the article, the Time Magazine is taking a cue from Taylor, who knows how to make money. She'll just re-release something with a different color or title, and everybody will buy it. So Time Magazine's coming out with 3 different magazine covers. And so like somebody like Anna from the 13 podcast, she's like, I'm buying all 3 and I'm framing them. I'm sure Emma Kelly's going to want them as well. But anyway, yeah, she's the person of the year. Congratulations, Taylor Swift.
I wonder if...
Oh, Vladimir, she beat out Putin, too.
If you were at a Taylor Swift concert, which you've been a couple of times.
Yes.
And you're just loving it, and you're vibing, and you're loving the entertainment. You're just having a great time. All of a sudden, they stop. And on the big screen behind Taylor Swift, they start showing NFL highlights.
Right.
You'd be like, what the is going on?
They show people in the crowds all the time.
What is going on?
No, it's not a disruption to the game. They cut away.
Is it not?
No.
How is it not?
They're not cutting away from the game. It's a break in the action. Just like they cut to fans
Wait a minute.
wearing face paint.
You just said a break in the action.
It's a break in the act. If they, in between plays, they're not cutting away mid-play, like to see what Taylor Swift's doing. They wait until after the play has completed. They could be looking at some fan wearing face paint and a block of cheese on his head. Or they could look at Taylor Swift, who has happened to get the numbers, the ratings are up. So I know as a true football purist that you are, that it bothers you, but other people like to see Taylor Swift up there. She's very nice, and she was nice to Emma Kellie, and I will always, I don't always agree with 100% of what she does, but I like Taylor.
Oh, I'm sure she's very nice. But that is interesting what you said, ratings.
Yeah, it's good for ratings.
Because we're going to bring it home for Jerome. College football. The final CFP, the college football playoffs. I know,
you're so upset about this.
Well, I'm upset for Florida State.
Right.
Because in the final four, the college football playoff, you have Michigan playing Alabama. And in the other bracket, you have Washington playing the Texas Longhorns. Alabama has one loss. Texas has one loss. Michigan and Washington are undefeated. Now, you've got the Florida Seminoles, who went undefeated, 12-0, won their conference, and didn't get invited to the Cool Kids Club. You know why?
Why?
Because of ratings. Because Alabama and Texas will pull better ratings for the networks than Florida State. Now, if
it is what it is. It sucks.
If Deion Sanders was coach of Florida State, you think Deion Sanders and the Florida State Seminoles would have got into the playoffs instead of Texas? Yes.
You know, somebody I know very well, and I will not call him out by name, but he thinks that a lot of times NFL officials will favor one team over another in order to get the right teams into the Super Bowl to get the best ratings.
Yeah.
So, but
it's
how do you prove something like that?
Well, yeah. You know, and
it's not fair.
And I've heard, and I'm okay. Let me be totally I'm a Georgia fan because my dad went to Georgia.
Right.
So Georgia plays Alabama. Georgia gets beat by Alabama. This is the first game Georgia's lost in 30 games. Okay. So they lose in the SEC championship against Alabama. So now Georgia goes from being the number 1 ranked team in the nation to the number 6 team?
It makes no sense.
So you're trying to tell me they're the 6th best team in the nation?
After one loss in 30
After
games.
one loss by 3 to a very good Alabama team.
I know.
So you're trying to tell me that Texas is better than Georgia?
I know, it's not right.
But we can't have 2 SEC teams in there. We got to get a Big 12 team in there. Well, what about the Florida State Seminoles? Oh, well, they have their third quarterback. They're playing with their third quarterback. That was the excuse. We can't put them in there. They're not playing good football right now. Hey, a-hole, they went undefeated.
I know. I don't know, Alan.
What was the coach supposed to tell them? Well, we lost our first quarterback. Let's just give up now.
Who's voting? Who are the voters?
There's a committee.
Well, how were they chosen?
Well, some of them are ex-coaches. Some of them are sports writers. Some of them, it's a committee.
Well, it's just
a group of people who vote on who should be in there.
Well, maybe they need to have an overhaul of the committee.
They're going to have
if there's a big enough outcry that this has been an injustice.
They're going to have an overhaul on the CFP next year. Next year, there's going to be more teams.
What does the CFP mean?
College football playoffs.
Oh,
yeah. It used to be worse. It used to be every team. Like the conference winner would play another really good team. So the Southwest Conference used to play like somebody from, it could be the Pac-10 or the Big Ten or whatever. So all the bowls you would have at the end of the season, the winners of those, all the sports writers would just vote on who the number 1 team is. And whoever got the most votes was number 1. Everyone's like, well, this is a bunch of crap because there was always an undefeated team that got left out. And they were like, well, this CFP thing's going to fix this. It hadn't fixed this.
Yeah.
This is the first time that an undefeated conference winner has not gone to the Final Four.
Well, things need to change with that and mobile ordering at Starbucks.
Yes.
I think that's what we have determined from this podcast.
This sports rant is just about ratings. A lot of times what you see on TV, it's just about money.
Well, yeah, everything's about money.
It's all about the money.
Everything in life is about money.
Well,
follow the money.
But college football should be about who's the best on the field, right?
College football is about money.
It is.
Huge.
Well, huge. We say huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, this podcast has been all over the place, and I apologize for the randomness, but I think my brain is just full and tired, and I'm sorry for my scatteredness. Is that a word? Scatteredness. I apologize. I'm really excited that Alan finally got into the podcast at the end when he had a chance to talk about sports. So thanks for that.
I was fully engaged the entire
podcast.
Not.
No, you were not.
No, the only time I kind of spaced out is when you were talking about the dress, but I had heard all that.
Thanks, honey.
What?
I don't know what I'm going to wear to the office Christmas party.
Wear the dress.
I just wore it to work. I can't wear it to the office.
Well, we're just
Christmas
having
party.
it. We're having it at Oak. You can wear whatever you want.
But it's Christmas party. You dress up a little bit.
What's the bit? Aren't the guys doing a bit?
I think are doing cowboy hats this year.
Cowboy hats?
I think that's the bit. They haven't done a bit in a while because the last time they tried to do a bit, like only one guy did it and he was mad. I think, okay, so one year they were all supposed to go. They've done different things. They've done like Argyle vests. They've done bow ties. It's just like a bit that the guys in the office do. And one year it was supposed to be, let's all go to the thrift store and we're all going to buy a thrift store suit and wear that to the office Christmas party. And only the engineer did it, not Don Chickering. This is before Don. And he was really upset about it. He was the only one that did it. And then I think a couple years ago, the decision was made they were going to wear jackets with no shirts. They were going to come shirtless. And part-time Justin was the only one that showed up like that. And they haven't done it since.
So do I need to get a cowboy hat or is it just the guys in the office that do it?
Well, I will ask.
I'd rather not wear a cowboy
I don't
hat.
think it extends to spouses.
Oh, okay.
Unless you just really want an excuse to wear your cowboy hat.
So I'm Florida State. And they're Alabama, Texas, Washington, and Michigan.
You're left out, is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to be left out or do you want to do it?
I want to be left out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then don't wear a hat.
Okay. All right, babe.
All right, y'all. Well, I'll try to be a little bit more together next podcast. There's that.
No,
and then by next week, I'll be able to tell y'all to vote for my sorry gingerbread house.
I thought you did
tinfoil decor.
I thought you did an outstanding job.
Thanks.
An outstanding job.
Thanks.
All right, babe. You got anything else?
No, I am so tired. I'm going to go lay down in my Helix bed.
Helix?
With my sleepy gummy, and I'll see y'all later.
You're going to go lay in that Helix bed with Sleepy Gummy and your husband Alex and just go to Pound Town with Creamy Ranch.
No. Parts of that story are not true. You decide which parts for yourself.
Well, love you desperately.
Love you.
Love our listeners desperately.
Love y'all.
I love the knitting. I love the knitting group desperately.
Go buy them a cake pop.
I might buy them a cake pop. I love the Florida State Seminoles desperately. I love the University of Georgia Bulldogs desperately. I love the Texas Tech Red Raiders desperately. They're going to play in the Independence Bowl against Cal. Tech barely got in a bowl this year.
Congratulations. Guns up.
There you go. But I am sure we will podcast again real soon. And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good. You have a good sandwich.